Good morning, everybody. I have a question for you. Oh, sorry, gotta get this figured out. There we go. Okay, I have a question for you. Hold still, paper. What do I have here? All types of animals. Okay. You tell me, do animals have language? Do they? If this animal is upset, will this other animal know? Yeah, animals do not have language. So if you said they don't have language, you're exactly right. I guess we have to go back and define language. Okay, it's a form of communication that uses words, whether spoken or written. So do animals use words? And it's also very organized. No, they don't use words. But they do use sounds and body language to communicate, right? For example, if a dog runs away with his leg between his tails, his tail between his legs, what does that tell you? That the dog's afraid. The dog will communicate, right? Animals communicate to each other, but they do not have language. Can they write their story or their history? No, they don't, right? They don't write books. We don't have co-authored by Sally Snow Leopard. Now, that would be funny, right? Animals don't write. They don't keep a history or a record. There is no evidence anywhere that animals have ever written. Not even some of the most intelligent ones, like dolphins and I'm gonna move this up a little bit. Like dolphins and what evolutionists would say are our closest relatives, the chimpanzees and stuff. And of course, we know that we do not come from chimpanzees. We are created in the image of God. And language is a very special gift that has been given to us by God for his purposes, right? What are some of his purposes? To be able to articulate ourselves better and to spread his word. God uses language. Language is a divine gift that no other creatures on earth have, given by God. What was the first language that Adam and Eve had? It was called the Adamic language. Pretty cool, huh? This is part of the reason that we have language. How else could God preserve his words and his messages to us? Look at this beautiful language. So, the reason we talk about this today is, I ask one more question. Why is it important for you to learn language? Why is diagramming sentences important? Is it the most important thing in your education? No, but it is important. Because it is the tool that God gave us to do his work. It's a powerful tool. Did you know the pen can be more powerful than the sword? We have seen that time and time again throughout history, that words are more powerful than the sword. So, the art of persuasion, the art of articulating oneself, of speaking to persuade. Even in the Book of Mormon, it says, the pen is more powerful than the sword. So, there are many, many reasons to learn language. It's really good for your brain. It's really good to learn reasoning. You like my nails? My niece did them. It's really good to learn reasoning. It's really good for your brain to expand its capacity. But also, it is given to us to be missionaries, to learn to use language in a way that can touch people's hearts and bring and invite the Spirit You'll notice all the brethren are well versed in language. That doesn't mean that we are all good at public speaking necessarily. I mean, Moses was not good at public speaking. That's why he had Aaron to help him. And God gives us all varying degrees of gifts in different areas. Some people may be really good at language. Some people may struggle. But everybody can improve by working hard. Another reason that I love language is because... Oh, sorry, that got ripped. Is because when I read the scriptures, it helps me. I actually sometimes will mentally diagram little sentences to figure out the core. I learn a lot, and it gives me a lot more meaning and depth when I can identify the core of the sentence and feel its power even more. There are really cool literary elements in the scriptures that when we come to learn and notice and understand them, they enhance our experience and draw us closer to Heavenly Father. So I just wanted to share that message with you guys of how powerful and important language is, and what you're doing right now matters. So keep trying. Every time you do this, you get a little bit better and your understanding improves, maybe 1%. Sometimes more. But every time you do it, you get better. So, good job. Okay, let's review our parts of speech. Ready? 8 parts of speech. 8 parts of speech. Yeah, 8 parts of speech. 8 parts of speech. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, conjunction, interjection, preposition, adjective, and article adjective. Again, noun, pronoun, an article adjective. Awesome. Today, well, do you remember what we talked about last time? Prepositions. Here we go. A preposition relates a noun or pronoun to another word. A preposition relates a noun or pronoun to another word. Okay, do you remember our preposition song? About, above, across, after, against, along, amid, among, around, at, atop, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, but by, concerning, down, during, except, for, from, in, inside, into, like, near, of, off, on, onto, out, outside, over, past, regarding, since, through, throughout, to and toward, under, underneath, until, up, upon, with, within, and without. So do you see, here's a preposition, and it always has to have an object. Ready? So you're saying where something is. Okay, let's say, ooh, Rafi came back. Hey, Rafi. Okay, Rafi is, put a preposition here, the sun, within the sun, in the sun, near the sun, beside the sun, above the sun, under the sun, beneath the sun. Do you see that? The preposition shows a relationship between Rafi and the sun. Pretty cool, huh? So I love prepositional phrases. We mark them with parentheses in our sentences because when we can identify them, it makes it easier to see the core of our sentence. Okay, let's review our verbs real quick. A verb is a word that asserts action, shows a state of being, links two words together, and helps another verb. Okay, what are our linking verbs? A linking verb makes an assertion by joining two words. A linking verb makes an assertion by joining two words. Feel, become, remain, taste, seem, appear, look, sound, stay, smell, grow. These are the linking verbs. State of being verbs are these. Am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been. State of being verbs are these. Am, is, Helping verb, a helping verb helps another verb assert action, being, or existence. Helping verbs make lots of sense. Helping verbs are do, does, did, has, have, had, am, are, is, was, were, be, being, been. May, must, might, should, could, would, shall, will, and can. Very good. What's a noun? What's a noun? Who can tell me? A noun is a person, place, thing, activity, or idea. Now today, these things are always nouns. Do you remember? S-D-O-I-O-O-P, P-N-A-P. S-D-O-I-O-O-P, P-N-A-P. Today we're going to talk about direct objects, more in depth. Okay. Pronouns. Ready? A pronoun replaces a noun in order to avoid repetition. Now your turn. Ready? Very good. Oh, that was a few weeks ago. Adjectives. An adjective modifies a noun or a pronoun by describing, modifying, or limiting, and answers what, kind, how many, which, or whose. What, kind, how many, which, or whose. Here's our article adjectives. What are our article adjectives? And in the. Very good. Okay, quick review on adverbs. Yeah. All right, taking a second. Okay. How does this one go? An adverb modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. An adverb modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb, and answers how, when, where, why, how often, how much, to what extent, under what condition. Awesome. These are the questions we ask when we try to figure out adverbs. Okay, let's dive into our sentences. Yeah. Here's our lovely grammar. Okay. Oh, I'm going to put this one over here. Okay. Now, what are direct objects? Well, let's bring our little animal friends, okay? There we go. Here's Rafi. Here's our cat. Okay. Let's say we have Rafi. Okay. Rafi hugged the cat. Isn't that funny? If we say, Rafi hugged the cat. If we just say Rafi hugged, then we don't know who or what it's hugging, right? But we could say Rafi hugged the cat. Rafi hugged the horse. Who is receiving the action of being hugged? The horse, right? Or the cat. Is this a noun? Horse or cat? Yes, it's a person, place, or thing. Thing. Animals are considered things pretty much, or sometimes personified, but so if you can identify an object that is receiving the action or the verb, then that's pretty clear that it's a direct object. Direct objects have to be what? What part of speech? If you said nouns, that's exactly right. They have to be nouns. And they have to receive the action from the subject. For example, let's say I baked cookies. Okay. I love chocolate chip cookies. They're one of my favorites. I'm going to make these a little lumpy here. Okay, I baked cookies. What's receiving the action of being baked? Cookies. Are cookies a noun? Yes. And if this does not replace the subject, like I, then we know that it's receiving the action. Now, sometimes you will have a noun that's in the predicate of the sentence, like I am a girl, right? I and girl are both nouns, right? Or pronouns, but yeah, nouns. But girl is replacing I. There's an equal sign between I and girl. That makes them linking. Another dead giveaway is look at your verb, I am. What kind of verb is am? It's a state of being verb, and those are usually linking because they're saying after that they're going to either give you an adjective or a noun. I am kind, right? Kind can be an adjective describing I, in which case it's a predicate adjective. But if it's I am a girl, then girl is predicate nominative because it's renaming. But if it says I like cats, what's receiving the action of being liked? Cats. Are the cats equal I or me? No. They don't. They're different. So that makes this a direct object. Okay, I am making an action directly towards the object. Okay, so hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. All right. Oh, Raffi loves direct objects. Me too. They're clean. They're fun. They don't take a ton of reasoning to figure out. So let's dive on in, shall we? Let's zoom in. Okay. Circle all the direct objects in these sentences. Ask, what is receiving the action of the verb? Direct objects are always nouns. Cross out the sentences that do not have a direct object. Okay, so read all of these. See if you yourself can figure out which ones are the direct objects. Next, write your name at the top of the paper so we know exactly who to return it to when we correct it. Okay, let's go ahead and start reading. Heavenly Father inspired wise men. Who or what is this sentence about? Heavenly Father. Now, this is one title or one name, so we're going to lump it together. So what is Heavenly Father? It's a noun, right? It's a person, and it's going to be our subject. What is being said about Heavenly Father? Heavenly Father, what? Inspired. Verb. Heavenly Father inspired who or what? Men. Well, wise men, but our core is men. Do men replace Heavenly Father? Like, is there an equal sign? No, they're not the same thing. Do men describe Heavenly Father? No, D-O, label, verb, transitive. So another question we can ask is, who is receiving the action of being inspired? And is it a noun? Yes, men are. Good. Now, what question are we going to ask here? Wise. What is that? What kind of men? Wise. Adjective. Okay, let's go ahead and diagram this baby. Okay, I want to see if you can do this on your own. Pause the video, see if you can do that by yourself. Otherwise, stick with me. Okay, ready? What's going to go here in our subject? Heavenly Father. And then what goes here in our verb? Inspired. Inspired what? Men. Now, this line goes straight up and down because these are two different things. Okay? If this was describing Heavenly Father, then it would, or renaming, then this would slant back to reflect Heavenly Father, but it's not. Okay, so what's this right here? What description do we have of men? Wise. Excellent. Very good. Pretty straightforward, huh? Direct objects are fun. I like them a lot. Well, I like all of grammar, but... Okay, let's go ahead and do this sentence. Ooh, this week we talked about the delegates of the Constitution. Oh, guys, I love the Constitution so much. I love learning about them. There's a really great book that you can listen to or read, and the pictures are actually great fun. It's called Shh, We're Writing the Constitution by Jean Fritz, and it just brings the Constitutional Convention to life. There's all these funny little facts about all the people in town, or all the delegates and what it was like. So go read it. It's great fun. I love that book. We read it every couple of years. In fact, we're reading it right now. Okay, let us do the next one. Okay, who or what is this? Let's read it out loud. Ready? The delegates discussed the Constitution. Who or what is this sentence about? Delegates, subject, noun. What is being said about delegates? Delegates discussed. Verb. Delegates discussed who or what? Constitution. Does Constitution replace delegates? Can we put an equal sign there? Nope. Does Constitution describe delegates? And it's no, D-O, label, verb, transitive. Another check is constitution a noun? Yes, it's a noun that does not replace our subject, but is receiving action that our subject is doing to it. That makes sense? Then what are the thes? Article adjective. I don't have my light green today, so this will just have to do. Awesome. Look, do you see this awesome format? Oh, we forgot to ask on our previous sentence. Well, we'll do that in a minute. Never mind. Okay. Let's go ahead and write this. All right. See if you can do this by yourself. Ready, go. If not, you can do it with me. Ready? Now, are we going to capitalize delegates? No. Delegates discussed. I love diagramming because then we see just the core pieces of the sentence. It's really fun to do this with the scriptures because sometimes the sentences are so long that it's hard. It's sometimes hard to say, okay, what is the core of this sentence? And it's really fun to pick out. It adds deep spiritual meaning when you can really pick out the core. Like, what is Heavenly Father saying? So, okay. What goes in these two spots? The. Now, why are we capitalizing this one? Why did we capitalize that one? Because it's the beginning of a sentence. That signifies, so if someone only looked at this part, they would be able to put our sentence back together. That's kind of a fun exercise, actually, is to look at a diagram and be able to put the sentence back in order. All right, let's look at these two sentences. How many sets of subject and verbs do we have here? Only one. So it's simple, compound, or complex? Just simple. All right, let's look at this one. How many subject and verb sets do we have here? How many cores? Just one. So what's this one going to be? Simple. Very good. All right. This one is going to be great fun. Okay. Who or what is this sentence about? Well, actually, let's read it first. Oh, yes, Rafi, we have to do that. We must diligently gain wisdom so we can be instruments in his hands. Who or what is this sentence about? We, subject, pronoun. Oh, no, you guys, my purple died. Let me grab my purple. Because remember, pronouns are purple. They're kind of like nouns. They're made out of, it's like subject, pronoun. There we go. What is being said about we? This one's a little tricky. Who can find the verb here? Or the verb phrase? We, what? Must gain. We must gain. So what is this? What's our main verb? Gain. Very good. And what is must? It's our helping verb. Verb helping. We must gain who or what? Wisdom. Does wisdom describe we? No. Does it replace we? Are we going to put an equal sign there? No, D-O, label, verb, transitive. So wisdom, can you touch it with your five senses? Touch, see, hear, taste, smell? No, but it is a noun. What kind of noun is it? Is it person, place, thing, activity, or idea? It's an idea. Wisdom is an idea, like love, right? So, all right, then what's diligently? We must gain how? How, when, where, why, how often, how much, to what extent? So, what is diligently? What is it modifying? Is it describing wisdom? Diligently wisdom? No. Diligently we? No. Diligently must gain? Yes. It's describing the verb. So this is our adverb. Good job. Okay, here's the next part of our sentence. So we can be instruments in his hands. Ooh, okay, what is so? Well, here's a little conjunction lesson for us. Do you remember our fanboys? For and nor, but, or, yet, so. Those are some of our conjunctions. So is usually a subordinating conjunction, meaning it is dependent on another part of the sentence. It's sub or below. Have you ever heard of the word submarine? That core root word sub means below or dependent on. So this is a subordinating conjunction. So we can be instruments in his hands. Who or what is this clause about? Remember, a clause has a subject and a verb and is part of a sentence. Sentences are clauses, but they're complete, which makes them a sentence. But a clause like this in another sentence with another clause means it's just a clause, not its own sentence. Okay. We, subject pronoun. What is being said about we? We what? Can be. Okay. So be is our verb. Can is our helping verb. 1 second. I'm going to just double check something. Okay, good. I just double checked that. Make sure I didn't lead you astray. Okay, now this is going to be a little bit different here, which is going to be fun. We can be who or what? Instruments. Does instruments describe we? No. Does instruments replace we? Can we put an equal sign there? We equal instruments? Yes, actually we can. So it's not no-no-do. It's not a direct object. It's a noun and the predicate that's replacing the we. Could I say instruments are we? Yeah, I could, right? Instruments equal we. So this is a predicate nominative. It's a noun and the predicate that renames, nom means name, nominative, that renames a subject, which makes this a verb linking. Awesome. Okay. Oh, yay, we get a prepositional phrase. Okay, what is in his hands? In preposition. In what? Hands. Object of the preposition. Remember, objects of the prepositions always have to be nouns. Whose hands? His. What is it? Adjective or adverb? What is it describing? It's describing a noun. So it's an adjective. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and diagram this baby. Okay, so what's our subject here? Or subject pronoun, actually, I should say. Where's my purple? Here. We're going to capitalize the we because it's the beginning of our sentence. We what? Must gain who or what? Wisdom. We're going to, what goes there? How? Diligently. Sometimes modifiers are fun, like when you're writing sentences, you can just write a core sentence like we must gain wisdom and think, okay, how can I make this better? I'm going to add an adverb. We can gain wisdom how? Diligently, right? Or intentionally, or purposefully, or consistently. You know, you can put a lot of different adverbs here that give different meanings. Okay, did we do that part, that clause? We must gain wisdom diligently. Yep, we got them all. So now we have to put, this is a, just going to be a straight line. So, because it's dependent, we, oh, that's a pronoun again. This is going to be lowercase. We can be, now this part, instrument, since we are describing or replacing we or renaming we, we're going to slant that back. See? It's going to be like a little It's reflecting the subject. We can be instruments. Good. Then in hands. We have in. After the preposition is a noun. Hand. And then what about his? Adjective. His. Okay, did you get all that? Great job, everybody! Okay, what kind of sentence is this? Is it a simple sentence with one set of subjects and verbs? Is it compound with two? Or is it complex where there's a dependent clause? We know it's not simple, right? Because there's more than one. Now, compound, are these equal? Like if I just cut out the so, could they be their own sentences and not dependent on one another? Yes, they could be their own sentences, but this whole clause is dependent on gaining wisdom, right? So that we can be instruments. So the so is a key player here because it's a dependent, or it's a subordinate clause that shows that this sentence, or clause, excuse me, is dependent on this one. So is going to be complex. Very good, everybody. Have a wonderful week.